perfect trinomials. I'll explain that in a second. It's nothing different than what we've been doing. It's just a special kind of title they have.
I'm sorry. How did you get to 16 on number 10?
Because 3 goes into 48 16 times.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Aren't trinomials just three
terms.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'll show you what it looks like when we do a problem. Let's say we have this. You don't even have to write rules for this. X squared plus 6x plus 9. X squared plus 6x plus 9. Do we have a GCF in that?
Yes.
No. Not in all of them. It has to be in every single term. So I don't have anything in common. There are 3 terms, and there's a 1 technically in front of this x squared. So I know this is simple factoring. So I'm just kind of putting it out which one it is. Go ahead, see if you can factor it. Make your 2 sets of parentheses. We've got x and x. And can you think of 2 numbers that multiply to 9?
3 and 3.
6. 3 and 3. They multiply to 9. We need them to add up to 6, so what do both of their signs need?
Positive.
So again, you've seen this if you've been here on Simple Factoring Day. The reason we call them perfect trinomials is because they're the same answer on both binomials. If you think back to chapter 2, you could rewrite this as x plus 3
Squared.
squared. Means the same thing. On the final, I don't remember which way they write it, but I need you to know if you write it this way, you're fine. I don't care how you write it. You could write it this way or this way, but on the final, they might write it this way, so you have to know you can do that. But that's all a perfect trinomial is. It just means they're going to be the same thing.
Can I ask, what happens if the exponent is inside? Inside the parentheses?
It would mean the same thing. Then you would just square the 3. So it won't ever be on the inside. Just goes on the outside. You're just saying, how many x plus 3s do I have? I've got 2. So that's how you would do it. Let me get down. Let's see if you can factor that one. That one's another simple. Pretty close, but still not right.
Do both of them have to be,
Can I show you mine?
Both of them be, well, I'm going to do it right now. We've got x and x. What 2 numbers multiply to 16 that give you 8? 4. 4 times 4.
And doesn't the rule apply to like use the ones that are closest?
Yeah. And 4, well, you have to make sure they add up to 8 or subtract up to 8, whatever the numbers are.
Well,
Like I know 8 and 2 wouldn't work because 8 and 2 can't give you 8. But 4 and 4 will. Now I need a negative 8. Meaning we have to be able to add these so they have to be the same sign. So you can leave your answer like that. That's your rules. Or you could write it as x minus 4 squared. Again, I don't care which way you write it. They just want you to know you can write it both ways.
Do it usually end up being a number times itself or
In
times
this
another?
section.
Okay, in this
But
section.
On the test, I'm not going to say this is a perfect trinomial, by the way.
Right.
I just want you to see that it can be.
Okay.
In this section, that's all they have is perfect trinomials. Let me give you an any out of time. 4a squared again, just practicing what we did yesterday, plus 12a plus 9. 4a squared plus 12a plus 9. Do we have a GCF? No, not in all three terms. So I can go ahead and make my two sets of parentheses. Use pencil. What numbers multiply to give you 4? 2 times 2 or 4 times 1. I'm going to go with 2 times 2 because they're closer together. And what letter are we dealing with?
A.
Okay. Okay. Then we've got 9. What numbers multiply to give you 9?
3.
3 times 3. Put those in. And then we need to check it. So my innies, 3 times 2, 6. My outies, 2 times 3, 6. I can 6 and 6 give you 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And because all these signs are positive, all my signs are going to be positive. So you could write it like that, or you could simply say 2a plus 3 squared. Give you another easy. 9a squared minus 6a plus 1. See if you can try it. That one. Then you'll start with your 2 sets of parentheses. What did you use for 9? 3 and 3. Your letter is A and A. What numbers did you use for 1? Oh, just 1. Can't do really anything with that. 1 times 1.
They don't equal out.
So if I check it, 1 times 3, 3. My outies, 3 times 1, 3. Can 3 and 3 give you 6?
Mm-hmm.
Now we need a negative 6. We've got to be able to add these, so they have to be the same sign.
Both of them have to be negative.
Both have to be negative. So I know my answer is going to be that or 3a minus 1 squared. So you can write it either way. Like I said, some of these are a little bit harder to just make up off the top of my head, but the one I see in the homework I kind of like, so I want to do it in class. So this is from section 5.6, and it's number 27. And it looks like this. 2x squared plus 28x plus 98. Oh, those numbers are huge.